Derek Wilson here with Variom Racing. Adam Weckel goes to the OMA Nationals, his first 2-hour race on his 450, and we'll let him tell you how it went. Adam, how'd the day go?
Pretty good. I had a decent start. I was probably about mid-pack, and I wasn't too, worried about getting the whole shot because I know there's a lot of guys that are hot after me, so I didn't want to, push ahead right there because it's going to be a long race. Like you said, first 2-hour race for me. I don't want to overdo it that first lap. So, we got to the woods. The first half of the track was pretty hilly. There's a lot of fast sections that I did like, but then that second half was pretty tight with a lot of off-camera stuff. So that was a little bit challenging, but, I switched from the youth classes to the pro classes. I should expect a little bit of a challenge.
You've got a lot of talent to overcome the things that you just told me about on the track. I swapped messages with Matt Lindell, and he says it was brutal. So going out there, and I know you made some changes to your prosthetic last week as we talked. I know you had mentioned to me just a few minutes earlier that, what the changes you made really worked. Can you explain a little bit of that? Because, Adam, you got to realize a lot of us don't understand what that is or changes you would make at that point in time. And obviously you're growing, so I imagine that's all part of it. Is that right?
Yep. We went to Chicago about 2 weeks back to go to a prosthetic shop to get stuff worked out, try to make it more comfortable as I ride. And we started off adding an inch to the end of it to make it a little bit longer so I have better leverage and my body's even. I'm not leaning to get it, to meet up. And we also switched from a youth harness to an adult harness. This new harness is bigger and wider on the straps. That harness actually allows me to hold on. And we also did a few padding modifications. It's not perfect yet, but we're definitely going towards making it a lot better.
So overall, those changes were certainly good things to the arm. So that's a blessing to hear. And also, you've made a lot of changes to your quad and some setup. And I know Bart Thomas of Shockworks, and I think Matt's been a big part of getting the front end right. And tell us about how you feel about the shocks up front and all the work and advice everybody's put in.
Yep, I set up the shock set before we got to the track, and I don't know a whole lot about this, but yes, my teammate Matt Lindell will we'll probably have a few rides together to learn a little bit more about the shock setup because I'm new to this Fox float situation where you run air pressure in your shocks instead of just being a spring rate, and so the shocks felt good, but I don't good to me, but I'm not sure what
now, I know
could be.
Your dad, Jamie Weckel, puts in a lot of effort, and how was the quad today? Was it flawless on throttle and braking, and was all that quite right? Because your dad's very good at what he does, and what your dad does has a lot of reason that, Variom quads in general are successful. How was yours today?
Yeah. Oh, it ran perfect. I never had an issue with the motor at all. It went right up the hills, no issues. I didn't have loss of traction or anything. That first gear was just falling hard and worked out. I got my flex bars on there. Those were a big help with all the choppy, whooped out sections along with the logs. And
Take us to your last lap. I think if you told us you weren't tired, you might be lying. At some point in time, was there, near the last lap or on the last lap, you're thinking, man, I'm ready for this, been over. This has been quite exciting, but I'm tired.
Yeah, I definitely was starting to break down that last lap, but luckily, Matt was pretty far ahead, and he lapped me that last lap, and thank goodness, because I would have had to go out again if he didn't lap me. But, it was nice because he got around me, and we probably rode for 45 seconds. He kind of backed down the pace a little bit, and I bumped up my pace a little bit, giving it all I had to ride with him, because that sure is awesome to ride with somebody of that caliber.
That's really cool. Coming across the line on your first 2-hour race on an adult quad, with your prosthetic. It's got to be a lot of emotions there. Did you have enough energy to feel those emotions?
Yes, I pulled over right next to Matt at the end, and I just, we both talked about how the race went. It sure is, great to, talk that out because I haven't been racing for so long, and it was just great to be back, and everyone was appreciative of my accomplishment today, and so was I.
That's absolutely incredible. With accomplishments like you're having, there's always a bunch of people supporting you and the help you get from the industry and your family. Let's make sure we give those people their due and what they deserve for respect. So we'll let you take it from there and tell us who's giving you the help.
Yep, my family, especially like my dad working on the quad and Mom making sure my laundry's clean for my gear. Both grandparents, or all four grandparents, are a big help. Two of my grandparents are always at the track making sure my food is perfect every weekend.
You do have some great grandparents, there's no doubt about it. And if you didn't know, the Weckel family as a whole is an off-road, ATV racing family.
Yep, and they also are very, into the my racing career, and so is my other two grandparents. Like, I'm sitting next to my grandpa right now, and he sure is a big help to this thing. He keeps me moving forward, that's for sure. I also want to thank SSI Decals for keeping me fresh that whole time. That blue Honda definitely pops out on the track. I got Wrath Racing. I run bumper, grab bar, and Nerfs, and those pegs on those Nerf bars, my feet weren't coming off today. I guarantee you that. I would also like to thank Glen Innovation for all their chain parts, and especially their block-off plate on the brake caliper that saved me some brakes from overheating and my chain coming off. That would have been a problem. Definitely a shout-out.
I know this is tough because me and Matt go through this all the time, and if he doesn't have a card in front of him, it's not easy. Or if you're not standing there looking at your quad, right? So
Yep.
Keep them coming.
And, big shout out to Variom Racing for all they do for me and all the support I get.
How about that clutch?
Oh, for Clues Clutches, yes. I wouldn't be on the track without them. That's for a fact. I never had an issue. I was, wide open fourth gear and into some tight woods, and it just never stalled on me. Worked perfect as I shifted down, so not an issue with that.
Cool.
Yep. Bart Thomas at Shockworks. Make sure my shocks are all feeling great, and they did. Definitely felt great this weekend.
Is that all of them?
Yep.
Good.
Yes, I believe that's it. I mean, Fast Company, along with their amazing flex bars, that's for sure.
Well, it's your first big race of the season. It's an OMA Nationals, which is a national series. You show up to a Nationals, that shows there's some dedication, and you expect to be a competitor, and you certainly proved today that you're a competitor. Congratulations, Adam. Congratulations to your family. You guys are headed in the right direction. And while we're here, let's make sure we mention Jason Otchke taking first in the 30-plus class. Jason was running the full WFO season, missed a couple, jumping back in and jumping right back to the front. So I think that shows the level of skill and rider that we've got within Variom. And then Matt Lindell, as always, putting up a win. I shouldn't say always because that'd just be cocky. Matt Lindell is always putting in a great ride and pulling off the win today. And from what Adam said earlier, had quite the lead. Adam, can you tell us a little bit about Matt's go today?
Oh, yeah, he was, once he got up front, there was no looking back for him. He at the end, he was probably half a lap ahead of second place, and that second place was by Ryland Johnson. He came down probably a pretty long haul down there. He's a top contender in that XT2 class, and it was just impressive to see Matt pull out like that.
Awesome weekend. I'm glad you had all the support you had, and we'll keep in touch with you. I'm just up the road from you every day.
Yep.
We probably got some good video to share with everybody eventually, and I think we've got a little bit of dirt track video. So busy weekend, and another busy weekend coming up. Tell us about next weekend.
I don't know if I'm doing a whole lot next weekend.
Maybe it's 2 weekends away. Am I wrong? The Heartland Challenge? We 2 weeks out?
Yep. 2 weeks. 2 weeks is the big Heartland Challenge. My dad's all ready to go. I'll be it's gonna be a big weekend for 22 Film. We got some good videos coming out pretty soon from the past Iowa race, but Heartland Challenge is gonna be big. I will be doing the youth UTV and the quads. That should be interesting for sure.
Well, good job this weekend, Adam. Make sure you thank everybody from me, and we'll be in touch.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye, Adam.
Yeah, bye.